Hi everyone, welcome to Sheffield, the home of stainless steel. Two rival football clubs, a really popular ice hockey team. Patrick Dickinson and now us too. We've come to visit it for the day, haven't we? Beautiful day. It is, and we've come to see the Mighty Megatron. We've done umpteen times before, but we both want to see it for ourselves. And we've been pretty anticipating it for a week or two now, haven't we? Yeah, we have. There's been a couple of days of rainfall leading up to this, so as you can see, there's quite a bit of water. But hoping not to fall in at any point. You ready? Let's go. Come on. So we're in the Porter Brook right now, and that comes down from Burbage Moor on the edge of Sheffield. It's pretty deep in the centre just there, but we've got a little space on the side. We've got Julian up front being the canary. If it goes wrong for him, then we know not to go where he goes, and already look, Martin's found dry land, he's had enough. Too right. So we've got a bit of a jungle to go through. Look at this, it's completely overgrown. Trees and old shrubs coming down. Let's have a little look from behind. So today we're starting just by Sheffield's Sydney Street car park, and we're going to jump into the Porter Brook, take it under numerous roads including the busy A61, before going under Cross Turner Street and under Sheffield railway station, where at the point of joining the River Sheaf we'll take a right, head upstream and locate the inflow of the River Sheaf into the Megatron system. At this point we'll turn it back and do the full length and head off all the way underneath Sheffield station again and out the other side until we re-emerge with the A61. Once here we'll head back underground again for one last time. We're going to search for the cathedral of the Megatron. We'll head on downstream before we just turn up shy of the Great River Don, and we'll hopefully get to stand underneath the Mighty Megatron Cathedral. Now, how did this all come about? Well, as you can see from these two recent images that are about to be shown to you, Sheffield has a history of flooding, and some flooding was absolutely devastating. It was absolutely huge. You could not build on the surrounding land. So it decided to culvert the River Sheaf during this section, and that prevented flooding in this area and allowed the area to be built on, which also later allowed the Midland Railway to come along and build their railway station on the land that occupies the River Sheaf culverts leading off to Megatron itself. Right, so I believe this is Lead Mill Road. What? Lead Mill Road. Hello. Lead Mill Road? This is Lead Mill Road. Right. And it's been built as an extra width as traffic, you know, has become more populated. So we've got ourselves a bit of an underwater section again, and this is going to take us underneath Brown Street, and after that it will lead us up to the entrance, or should I say the underground of Sheffield railway station. So this first underground section is a lot longer than we thought it was going to be, wasn't it? I mean, it looked like it was going to go under a road and a few buildings, but you've seen so far from the footage that we've gone quite a fair distance, and we've got a bit of a bend coming up, but there is daylight down there. If I dim the torch just a little bit, you might just be able to make out right in the centre of the screen. So let's get around this bend and we'll come out the other side and we should see Sheffield Station in front of us. Now at this point we've got to crawl, it's really low. And just back up there, the water's just got to chop the floodlight away. And we found it. If I can turn that off, you see the Porter Brook now has its own, well, lighting display. So I need to get on the other side and reach over and get it. And I'm probably going to have to jump in. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yes! Got it! I got it! That must have travelled about 20 metres. It just shows you how strong this current is right now. So I'm going to get out, having a bath, and get out into daylight. Right, so we've made it out. There's a number of streets there. The nearest one to us is Sheaf Street, and that's quite appropriate seeing we're heading off down to the River Sheaf. That is down here. Now to get under the station we've got to go under Cross Turner Street, and like a fool I'm still in the deepest part, so I'll get out. So we're about to go underground again, and this is Cross Turner Street, and beyond that is Sheffield railway station, so occasionally there could be some rumblings and murmurings, and that'll be a train going over. So here's the last shot of daylight, just down there. But down there we're going to light it up for you. It's going to split into two. Nice bit of stonework down there. They're already on the way, look. Let's go join them. So if you can hear that rumbling going over, that sounds like a freight train going over because it's pretty long and pretty heavy. I think if it was a passenger, it would have disappeared long ago. It looks like we're coming up to the point where we meet the River Sheaf. Let's have a look. Right, here we are. Look at that. So that's upstream of the River Sheaf. We've got to make our way up there to begin with before we come back down, spin you around and treat you to this. This looks absolutely amazing. So before we go downstream, we've got to go upstream. We've got to get to the River Sheaf, we've got to get to the portal, the mouth of the culvert of the River Sheaf, and get ourselves at the top, work our way back down and hunt out this Mighty Megatron cathedral. That's wood, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you can see daylight there. Hello! Only folk can hear us. Well, we're underneath platform 5, you know, apparently, at the railway station. Yeah. So, anybody up there at the station will probably hear these voices coming up at them. It's 3 wide already, look. What? 3 wide. Yeah. So we're almost at daylight. And there's a sewer just here, look. There's a bit of a pond coming out of it. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. But it absolutely stinks. Right. We're coming up to the last section before we get to the inlet of where the River Sheaf comes underground. Got the typical supermarket trolley down here, look, full of all your fresh groceries, and I think we're going to drop down into much deeper water. It's shallow now, isn't it? So this bit we're in right now is really, really deep. You should be able to see me because there's daylight coming in. I'm going to spin you around so you can have a look. This is by far the deepest. Look at that. That's amazing. By far the deepest that we've been in so far. To see what it's like. Oh, hang on. I don't think it's worth it just that, is it? Oh, hold on. Right, there's a bit of a dam, look, just there. So we know that water's going to be a hell of a lot deeper beyond there, so we're not going to go any further. There's no point risking it. So we'll turn about and make our way down there. Right, so we've got as far as we can, but we're willing to go safely. We've only missed out on about 20 metres and there's not much to see, I believe, anyway. So we're going to head off back towards where the Porter Brook joins onto the sheath. where we were earlier on underneath platform 5. And, you know, I think the real part of the adventure starts there really, doesn't it? Banging going overhead. That sounds like a train decelerating to stop at one of the many platforms at Sheffield Station. It's not going to be platform 5 because that's a bit further down where the Porter Brook joins us again. So at this point, look, it turns into 3 sections, it's 3 individual culverts, look. So that's the way we just come, that's the one we've just come down now. There is 2 of them at this point, 2 wider ones, look. This point it goes into 3 narrow ones. Let's take you through here. There you go, look at that. Quite a nice flow, isn't there, as well? Let's look behind us. Oh, look at this. Shine the lights up there. Oh, it doesn't really go anywhere, look. That's fantastic though, isn't it? So, I think we'll take the right hand side one. So we're walking down this section back towards where the Porter Brook joins on, and we can see torches. There's other people down here. But whether they're coming this, I don't think they're coming this way currently. They just seem to be milling around at the junction. Train going over just as we get back to where the Porter Brook comes in, look. So there's the Porter Brook. We went up that first one on the way up and we've come back down the third one on the way down. So we're going beyond this now and we're going to go into the depths and head towards the Mighty Megatron. So as you can see just here, we're going to go downhill. It's like a little weir, look. It's not very steep, but quite slippy. Let's turn the light on again, look. You can see them 2, they've already gone down. So there's the view back. Porter Brook heads off to the right where my beam is. Let's get down. So heading way down, look, all the way down to the bottom of this little weir. This is beautiful, isn't it? Let's have a quick look behind, look. And that's what we've got ahead of us. Look at these archways. Absolutely amazing. Let's get to the bottom, come on. So we're in the middle tunnel now, and this appears to be the most shallowest one. Quite a bit of rock. The water's flowing quite frantic on the left. Quite rocky on the right as well. Shall we go through? Let's have a quick look and see what we're faced with. So that's looking back again. The weir is just in the distance where my beam is hitting. Oh, look at this. Perfectly dry this side. Okay, so we've just come out of there. Let me just shine the light up there so you can get a better look. There you go, look. It's not very much difference, has it? In place with this weir. So you can see the weir just there, look. It's a much gentler flow coming out of the left-hand tunnel. And that's really raging over here. So I believe that's the A61 up there, and you got some tower blocks up there, look. Let's get ourselves back underground once again. So just for reference, here's a look at the map. So we are stood right in the centre. We've got the busy railway line to our right, we've got the A61 running almost parallel to that, and we've got Pond Hill and the River Sheaf walk just in front of us and to the left. And this old black and white image shows us just how ferocious and wild this river can get. Another weir. Another dark section. So we're still in the middle tunnel again. There's a nice flow of water, look at all that rubbish there. Quite high up too, look. It's higher than the one we've just been in, I think. Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Quite a fast flow to it. More so on the left hand side tunnel. It's about up to my knees in depth currently. Oh no, now it's up to my waist all of a sudden. And yeah, okay, it's getting really, really deep right now. Let's push on. Looks like an egg of some sort. What lives down here? So we're now coming up to what is known as the cathedral. And it's pretty big, it's not ginormous. But yeah, there's some epic size there, as you can see. Probably going to go about as far as that concrete section just there that I'm shining the light on. And I think that'll do us for now. Right, so we're underneath this concrete section, look, and it has just gone exceptionally deep, and there's no need to go any further. Just down there is the River Don, and the outfall and the weir where the sheaf flows into. So let's look behind where we just come from. So there's bats flying all around us. I can see them skimming the water, absolutely dozens of them. I just wish we could pick them up on camera. It's absolutely immense. It's nice to see a little bit of wildlife down here, and we're like the ones that's the odd ones out. We're in their domain this time. So it's now time to make our way back out. So we're going to head back to where the Porter Brook meets the River Sheaf, what we're standing in right now. I'll get a little bit more footage for you, and then we'll see you back in the daylight, safe and sound. So we're going to say goodbye to the River Sheaf. It's served us well today, hasn't it? There's the view back up, look, where we went near the beginning. That's back to the Porter Brook, and we'll also be leaving the railway station behind and heading back outdoors.
Right, back outside in open air again. What did you think to that?
It was brilliant. I thought it was quite difficult in places. It got
Yeah, it's very
deep and difficult walk, but it was worth doing it. You've got to do it, haven't you?
extremely uneven, and you know, if the opportunity came, I would do it again. I'd do it just for a laugh if someone else different wanted to do it. So, thanks Martin for coming to Sheffield.
Thank you very much.
I'm going back to Nottingham as well, so we're both out of our own little territory this weekend. Thank you very much to Julian coming along.
Thank you, no worries.
We're going to head back up this way. We'll take you with us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bending down. Pain in the ass. Actually,